And welcome back. Welcome back. Ooh, I apologize for cutting that duct tape short because we have our players ready here. They are ready to duke it out in the second round in the quarterfinals, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have the blue Protoss player representing Team Blazer. It is Krystianer. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have as opponent, we have the English Zerg player. He is pink. He just had his breakfast. He's filled up. He's ready to go. Representing the Platinum Heroes, it is Eva. Let's go, Poppy. Let's go. So I do apologize for the delayed start to this series, but again, you know, when you gotta eat, you gotta eat. You gotta eat. And coming into this tournament, Eva had one request. Fun fact, I was sharing some screenshots earlier to the other Ducklings in our Discord server, and Eva had one request. Eva was like, Papi, Kuro better not put me up against Krystianer in the first round. He's like, if I go up against Krystianer in the first round, I'm never signing up again. I'm out. I'm done. Get me out of here, Papi. Get me out of here. And you know, shout out to Kuro. She didn't have Eva play against Krystianer in the first round. In the second round. Oh. Eva was very upset. Eva was very smudged, Papi. He was very smudged. She's like, ah. Oh boy, as again, Krystianer is going to be a big name here in this tournament, a big Protoss player, and we'll see if Eva can overcome the might that is Krystianer. I was talking about Krystianer earlier, but of course he is one of the many Polish Protosses out there. You know, there's a lot of them. There's Geralt, there's Art, there's Mana, there's Ziomek, there's Papi, there's Rodzin. I always forget about Rodzin. There's a lot of Polish Protosses out there, but Krystianer is amongst the best of them. You know, when I think of the top Protosses in Poland, I think of Mana, I think of Geralt, and I think of Krystianer. You know, I do think that they have kind of really set themselves apart from the rest over the past year or so, or even 2 years even. So it's been really great to see his rise to fame and rise in skill, I should say, when it comes to his Protoss, but we'll see if that's enough. We'll see if that's enough to take him all the way. Again, there's a reason why I do kind of peg him as one of the favorite players in the entire tournament. But I was gonna say the same about Mondo. I was gonna say Mondo's also one of the favorite as well. So, you know, Eva has already brought down Mondo. Can he bring down another favorite player here in Krystianer as well? We'll see. For the time being, Krystianer is going to be threading a shade in towards that natural base. Eva just goes for a hatch cast full, gets his hatchery on time, on location at his natural base, which is, you know, beautiful to see. Something you don't see too often in this matchup. Back at home, Krystianer is going for a Stargate opener. The first Oracle is on the way. Up. But before that happens, the two Adepts do make their way in towards that natural base. Solid Eva chamber wall here does block off those Adepts, but they do get into the main base, and ooh, they will get a couple of drone kills. 3 workers go down. They wedge themselves in between the mineral patches as well, and these Adepts are getting out of hand already. Oh my god, 5 drones, 6. This is getting out of hand far too quickly. 7 drones, and we're not done because the Oracle is making its way across now. The spores are not ready. The Adept is still alive, and this may be over before it really began. 11 drone kills, 12, 13. Can we get 14? We can. And the Oracle survives. Oh boy, that's it. GG gets called. 14 workers go down, and Krystianer takes game number 1. Whew. Aye. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Krystianer coming in with his first couple of units, and it's not like he was like hyper aggressive or anything like that. No, it's just the first 2 Adepts and the first Oracle as well, just getting out of hand. It happens from time to time. It does happen. We have seen that even happen to the best players in the world. If I recall, it was MaxPax versus Solar. Very similar story. MaxPax versus Solar. A couple of weeks ago. It's on our Twitch channel. It's soon to be on our YouTube. where Maxfax shows up with Adepts and or with his first couple of Adepts and with his Oracles, and he just pulls Solar apart. Likewise, it happened here as well, and oh god, that was I was getting some PTSD, not gonna lie. Just getting a little bit of PTSD there from that aggression, and unfortunately Eba could not keep up. Hopefully he can keep up here in game number 2. As we are now getting into this and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have our blue Protoss player from the land of Poland representing Team Blazer. It is Krystianer. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Dragon Scales, the English Zerg player, the pink Zerg representing Platinum Heroes. It is Eva. Geralt is still my favorite Polish Protoss ever since he took down Cyril at DreamHack. Fair, yeah. Geralt, he has had some really strong and powerful moments in his career. Oh. But last, unfortunately, Geralt is not with us here this afternoon, or this evening for the Sparkling Tuna Cup. Instead, we do have our Krystianer, and he didn't really show off anything too special in Game 1. Everything was pretty standard, to be honest. You know, nothing too fancy out of the Adept into Oracle opener. You know, we had a third base behind it. We were going to have another Oracle as well. Like, we were getting into a build. It was a bit of a skill check moment in a way from Krystianer, and Eba unfortunately wasn't able to keep up. But again, hopefully, is able to keep up with that Adept and, you know, something from escalating that quickly here in Game 2. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. As Eba is forced to take the unnatural natural. We are on Dragon Scale, so a much smaller map. This can lead to some hyper aggression out of the Zerg. We could see Eba try to cut workers early on and commit to a big timing. Has happened before, could happen again. But before that happens, again, Eba is still going to have to try and set up his 2-base saturation. Probe just going to be a little bit annoying here, just rotating between the bases, keeping an eye on things, making sure that nothing crazy is going on, no additional gases are being taken, no fast lair, nothing like that. As Krystianer once again is going for that Stargate opener. Once again, 2 games in a row. Again, nothing too fancy so far out of Krystianer. He has been aggressive in the past. We have seen him go into, like, say, a Twilight Council, into Glaive Adepts, for example, as well. Krystianer, once we can be hyper aggressive, but only if he needs to be honest. As his first Adept is making his way across the map. Second Adept looking to join up with the first, and here we go. Rinse and repeat. We have that moment where the Adepts are looking to threaten those mineral lines, and we have the first Oracle coming from across the map. Can Eba survive the early game? We're here to wait and find out. Oh boy. Oh, as one drone is going to be going down. We do have an Evo block though, and with that, only one drone fall for the time being. Krystianer does shade back home actually, doesn't shade into the main. So Eba, this time will survive, will sustain minimal losses, and will be able to saturate his natural. He lived, Papi, he lived. Let's go. Meanwhile, the links across the map can actually catch some of these Adepts, as at least one of them is going to get caught out. The other does have some reduced surface area, but no, Eba will be able to catch both of them in the end. Across the map, the Oracle does get swatted away by that Queen. And just like that, Eba has had a good couple of moments here. Takes down 2 Adepts, takes down a Probe, forces the Oracle back home, and forces the activation of that Pulsar Beam as well. So really good moves here out of Eba. Really solid stuff. From here, Eba is going to be able to, again, saturate his bases. We have a Spore on the way, actually rotating over towards that natural. Link shop for a second time, and they get another Probe. So again, pretty good stuff here. We have more Lings showing up, and we should be forcing another activation from these Oracles. These Lings do threaten us around, but now the Oracles do show up, and Lings, they do have to get the hell out of there. Behind this, we have a transition into a Forge and a Twilight Council. They should be for +1 and Blink, but we have seen players meddle around with +1 and Charge instead, and that is what we're going to be seeing here. So this is going to be for a Charge Archon composition. Less so Blink Stalkers. Yeah, this has been quite popular recently. We'll see if Eba is able to recognize what's going on. Thankfully, Eba is going for that Roach War and isn't blindly going into +1 melee or anything like that. Is maybe familiar with how Krystianer likes to play. The first Oracles are pushed back. Behind this, interesting, we do already have Overlord speed in production as well. I wonder if Eba wants to make use of some Dropper Lords, or is just going to be utilizing this for some scouting. Until such a time, Krystianer, he's just going to be checking the bases, you know, rotating between them. Ooh, no queens here in the main, so a couple of these drones are going to get targeted down. Ooh, 3 drones in total. This Eba is just forced to react here to these Oracles. Adepts look to shade in towards that natural as well, and Eba not quite looking. We have a safe strap into the main base. Does get spotted. Will only get triggered on one of those units, but these two Adepts, they get 7 drones. Ay, ay, ay. 7 drones go down. Looks like the Adepts are going to be hunted down by these Lings, but they already paid for themselves. As I say 7, I mean, to be fair, I believe some of these Oracles got some drones earlier as well, as we are just committing to a big push. We are on Dragon scales. This can hit quite hard as the Ling Roach is rushing across the map. The Queens are getting picked up. Eba, he doesn't care about his drones. He's lost 13 already, but he's committed to his push. Oh, shield batteries are finishing up in time. And an overcharge is going to be available as well. Looks like Eba's going to try and focus down that Immortal, but the overcharge will keep it alive. And it looks like with the power of that overcharge, the creep was just a little bit too slow. The Queens go down, and Eba loses everything. GG gets called. Krystianer will take the series 2-0. GG. What's the right button? GG, well played. Unfortunately, Krystianer was more than prepared for that push. Unfortunately, the creep was a little bit late as well, so we weren't able to transfuse. We weren't able to keep the units alive, and oh yeah, Krystianer, just a dominant performance here over the likes of Eba. And again, there's a reason why he's coming in here as the favorite. But shout out to Eba. Shout out to Eba for, you know, doing well for himself, making it this far in the tournament, and, you know, even taking down Mondo, which is no easy feat. No easy feat whatsoever. So, GG, well played. Hope to see Eba in the future.